Hey there, my name is Sarah and I'm a technology librarian with Charleston County Public Library. Today I'm going to show you how to access one of our online resources that's available with your library card, and that's Consumer Reports. Consumer Reports will make your next purchase a lot easier. You can research products and get reviews and information and technical specs on different products that you're looking for, everything from like a lawnmower to cameras to laptops and everything in between. So you can, like I said, you'll use your library card, and I'll go ahead and we'll look at Consumer Reports together. Here we are on our homepage, ccpl.org. This is our library's website. And right below our search bar here, we have this Research tab, and that's where you're going to want to go to access Consumer Reports. So let's go ahead and select that. And then we have a bunch of different categories of how our databases are organized. And you will find Consumer Reports also just shortcutted on the side over here. So Consumer Reports is below our featured databases, so it's easy to find. But if you also want to look through all these, it's going to be under newspapers and magazines. So right there is another way to access that. But I'm going to go ahead and use the shortcut on the side, so Consumer Reports. And then that will bring you to this page here, and you will just select access this database inside a library branch or from home with your library card. And then you'll just enter that information. So here we are on Consumer Reports main landing page. And up at the top, we have a bunch of tabs: product reviews, news, issues that matter, and about us. You also have a search bar here you can use. And then if we scroll down a little bit, we see a featured article, which right now is about hot new electric cars that are coming soon. And so that will give you more information on that, and that will change. And then let's see, on the right-hand side of the menu here, we have some different features of this database that Consumer Reports will always feature here. So that's the best time to buy, the car recall tracker, and the U-test. So you can take different tests to see if a product is right for you. And let's see, so the best time to buy, let's go ahead and start with that. Our experts share the best deals on every month. So different products are better to buy during different months just because companies know that people want to buy. Here we are in March, air purifiers, right, because it's pollen season, cameras because it's getting warm and people are going outside, trimmers as well because people are starting to do some yard work. So these correspond to trends in consumer habits, I would say. And so you can search through that and see, maybe if you're looking to purchase a grill, those are going to be better to buy in these months, and then that link will take you there onto shop and compare. So this is a good way to look quickly at products that you may want to purchase, but you may want to hold off because deals will change depending on the season and depending on consumer habits and trends in usage as well. So let's go back to that home page and look at the car recall tracker here, which is back here on that right-hand side menu. So if you have your certain car that maybe you want to purchase, that you want to know if it has a ton of recalls, or your current car, you can select that from here. So let's say that I have a Honda Accord, and it is a 2017. Add my car, and then it will show all of the recalls down here. So it looked like it had a few recalls, and then you can read more about those recall details there and find out more information and safety information on that particular car. So that's a good way to keep track of car recalls, just another place to find that. But the bulk of what I use Consumer Reports for is product reviews. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people look for Consumer Reports for, is up-to-date, accurate information and reviews and tests on product information so that you can make smart purchases. So all the way at the top, we have product reviews, and it's going to give you a bunch of categories here. We have top products, appliances, and so on. And Let's see. I'm going to specifically look at a mirrorless camera that I'm interested in buying. It's going to be my example here, so we can walk through some of the features of Consumer Reports. So I'm going to go down to electronics and then over to cameras. So for Consumer Reports, they break the cameras up into different types of cameras. And specifically, I'm going to look at mirrorless cameras here. And I see there are 41 models that we can look at. Let's go ahead and select that. So when looking at product reviews, you have a bunch of filters that are always up top right up here. So you can do by type, price, which is probably the most important one when you're making a product decision, brands, if you have a favorite brand, rated best for if you're looking for certain features, and some more filters that you can also really get specific on cameras that you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and add some filters. So that way we can see how that narrows down. I'm going to lower this price. Sounds good. Apply. See, it already filtered out different cameras. And then we already have mirrorless selected. And let's see, rated best for, I'm looking for really good image quality. And I will apply that filter. So with a couple of those filters applied, when you come down here to this section with all the different models, first you'll probably notice this overall score, and this is out of 100, and that is based off of all of these qualities that they are rating a product on. So we have image quality, predicted reliability, ease of use, and video quality. And so you can see all of those here. Those are out of 4 out of 5. And say I'm browsing through these and I really like one and I want to know more about it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select, so I'm just going to select this top one here because it has a pretty high score, this Panasonic Lumix. And let's see, we can see all of the survey results down here. So owner satisfaction and a bunch of more test results. So image stabilization, viewfinder, battery life. And it also gives you kind of like a pro-con list. So the lows, it's a little bulky and heavier, but it has a bunch of pros. They'll also give you detailed test results. So say these aren't enough for you, you can really find out why maybe it scored a 4 out of 5, or why did it get a 5 out of 5 for a certain quality about it. And so that gives you some great detailed information and more information specifically about the product itself. So not just a review, but also the technical specs, which you can find more of the features down here. So if you need a specific type of memory card for your camera, as well as all of the shutter speeds as well, which is very important to a product like this. And so I think I really like this one, and I want to compare it with others, right? Because I'm not sure. I want to compare and see what's out there. I am going to add to compare right here under the product name. I'm going to add to compare, and it says added. We have a little green check mark, and then you'll do the same place to remove it. And now I can see in our compare that we have one. And I'm going to go back to that page where we filtered out. And since I did a Panasonic, I want to compare it to a Canon and see how a different brand compares. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and look through this and decide, yeah, I want to compare that with other ones. So same thing under the product name, you just add to compare. Now that we have more than one product, we actually can compare them. So you're going to go ahead and select compare. We can see the 2 products that I have selected here, and we will view compare. We can see at the top their overall scores. So Canon's a little less than the Panasonic. And then you can see side by side how these compare. So the Canon's a little more reliable, and the LCD quality is a little higher done by these tests. And you can also see what categories it doesn't have. So it doesn't have a viewfinder on the Canon one. So it'll give you not available for that. And then you can also show differences down under here under the features and specs. So swiveling screen, hot shoe, image stabilizer, and things like that can really make it clearer on how these products differ and what makes them different. So that's a great way to make your decision process a little easier and be able to compare products directly. And that way, you know you're making the best decision in buying a product. And I'm a pretty indecisive person when it comes to big purchases like this. So a feature like this really helps me see the pros and cons of a product in this list format. It's really helpful in my decision-making process. And I really think that's the goal of Consumer Reports. The goal is to make your buying decisions easier by relying on information pertaining to the quality of a product. So There's a ton you can do with this on Consumer Reports. There's a ton of different products on here. You could go on and on researching different products that you use, and it's really good for looking for specific products. You know, you don't just have to browse around and shop. You can also come here and find a specific product that you're looking for, which can be really great and really helpful in seeing what's out there on the market, what's new, what's a goodie but an oldie. And so that is just about it for Consumer Reports. So thank you so much for joining me on some of the features available with Consumer Reports. And if you need more assistance with Consumer Reports or have any other tech-related questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.